Hello, Mr. Rabbit. Anyway, it's not that I don't, well, when I first had my, oh, that's so pretty. When I first had my spiritual, I'm going to do this right here. Oh, that's so pretty. When I first had my spiritual awakening, you know, I was married, had kids, stepkids, they weren't mine, but kids. I lived with them. I helped raise them. You know? But I kept saying, I should just go to Tibet or Thailand, somewhere, and go be a Buddhist monk or something, you know? I think that's kind of why I don't want to, I mean, the people that I do see, I appreciate, and I love you guys. I don't want to meet anybody new, I don't think. I think the people I know that's all I need. And not to say that I don't need people, but, you know, I do really well by myself. Me and the cats. I could probably, I don't know, because I talk to the cats like I'm talking to you right now. Like people. We have full-on conversations. If I didn't have cats, I'd probably lose my mind. I don't know. That's something to think about. Now, I lost Layla. I know if I hadn't had the cats when Layla died, it would have destroyed me. I know that. I think I love Layla more than I love people. And I think it's the same for the cats. I think I love my animals, but I don't hate people. I just don't love them as much as I do my animals. And I'm sorry to say, oh, look at ducks. I don't know if you can see them from here. Oh, the whole pile of them right there. Oh, go that way. Where'd they go? Did I miss them? Oh, there they are. Ducks. Anyway. Yep. Love my animals. And my plants and my trees and flowers and nature. People are just okay, you know. And sometimes people are too much. Well, most of the time, humans are too much. There's houses over there. See, I'm not trying to go in anybody's backyard, but I think this is still part of the nature trail. I think. Or it might be their shortcut to get to the... I don't want to be in anybody's backyard. Oh, look. Creek. I've been out here once. I can't remember everything I saw. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've been out here, a couple of years. Oh, cool. Okay. This is nice. I'll just sit out here for a while. And then the trail, back to the trail. I just want to sit here for a minute again and just, oh, that's a cold, wet metal bench. Now, anyway, I just keep going back to that thought that I could live alone in the woods with the animals, you know? I keep thinking that. That's a bird, not a cat. But I don't know. I think I've always been like that, though. I think when I was in Mississippi, I lived in that apartment off base, and it was a one-bedroom, and I had a cat, Dude. It was a girl cat named Dude, because she kept putting her butt in my face while I was on the couch. And I'd say, Dude, get your butt out of my face. And she became Dude. But anyways, I lived in that apartment by myself. And I had a cat and I had fish. Excuse me. Of course, you know, I had lots of daily contact with humans because I was in the military. And I was a cop. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. But I'd come home and just, I was indoors, man. I was done. Weekends, maybe I'd go to a party or go to a bar. I think during that time was the first time that I had any kind of like spiritual anything. I had a really cool, some visuals while I was meditating. And, you know, I didn't keep it up. I didn't establish a practice or anything. And so I kind of, oh, jeez. Ow. But, so I kind of, I don't want to call it backslide because it's Buddhism, not the Church of God, not the Pentecostals. But, you know, just kind of went back to my old ways. But I had quit drinking, mostly quit smoking, except for a couple at work. When I was in Honduras, I stayed by myself. I lived alone, no animals. I wasn't working. It was the same thing. I had a few people. My little sister. My next door neighbor. We'd hang out. We had a porch. And my hooch had a porch. We'd make margaritas. We'd cook out when the Puerto Rican Army showed up. Puerto Rican Air Force. I don't remember if they were the Army or the Air Force, but they showed up, and I started hanging out with them, drinking more, and yeah, that was a rough year. Not as rough as Panama, though. Panama was dangerous. I almost got kicked out. I could have gotten kicked out easy. I drank so much and so hard, and I don't even want to think about it. It was bad. What's that bird? Oh, that's a dove. That's not a dove. What is that bird? I don't know. Anyway, but I keep thinking about, I'm gonna get out of here. I keep thinking about, finding that little spot in the woods and just living in the woods. I could live in the woods, And I'm not talking about Survivor, or whatever, Alone, the TV show. I'm just talking about dig a hole and then have a bike stashed somewhere, and I could ride into town and get my groceries. But, get some solar panels and have some electricity enough to power the rice cooker and the blender. It's that Jimmy Buffett song, the 12-volt man. He used a car battery to power his blender. That's basically what I'd be doing. But, I'd love to do that, but, I don't have anywhere to do it. I don't want to put my name on any tax documents or land deeds or anything like that. I'd go find a national park somewhere. Go as far out as I can get within bicycle distance of civilization. Find a spot nobody knows exists and just live there. I know it sounds dumb, but have one or two people know where I live out in the woods, and if they want to come check on me, they can come check on me, and if they don't want to, they don't have to. I'd be okay, Yeah. There's the crows.